This is Bakari JB, and I'm rocking out with Live Free or Die Radio.
You rocking out with LFOD.
LFOD Radio, Live Free or Die.
LFOD Radio.
LFOD Radio.
Live Free or Die.
LFOD Radio, boy.
You are now tuned in to Live Free or Die Radio. I am your host, Uncle Sam. Today is Tuesday, May 7th, 2019, episode 141. We're going to have Bakari JB joining us in a moment to talk about Hoop Hop 2019, which is coming up in August. If you did not hear last week's episode with Cheese Bankroll, I suggest you give that a listen. That's up now on iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, Google Play, LFODradio.com, or pretty much any other podcast app you can think of. You can also hear the If You Can Feel It, You Can Speak It episode up now. Dust Collectors, Real P, Bobby Bangers, Red Shades, Trevor Holmes, and more. Go check that back catalog out. It's dope. Every time we do a new episode and we check the stats, every time we get a bunch of new listeners on one, we see them trickle down, and we get, a whole bunch on the old episodes, which is dope. Thank y'all for checking back, because there's been a lot going on. That cheese one especially had people writing novels on Instagram. So yeah. Submissions at LFODradio.com. If you're an artist, shoot us some clean records. We're heading into the summer, which means we're almost done. Season 5 is coming to an end. We have Boston Rise next week. Then we have a final LFOD mix from DJ Alcide. And then we are out of here. We're still going to broadcast every Tuesday, but we're not doing any guests. We're going to be playing music, retooling things. The Alumni Cypher Series is back in July, of course. Beat Club Podcast, providing the beats. Very excited for that. If you're tuned in, let us know at LFOD Radio with an underscore on Twitter, at LFOD Radio everywhere else. Shout out to everyone jumping on the Patreon. We're actually going to give away a pair of tickets to Smino, Earth Gang, and Folix. That's May 13th at Paradise Rock Club. We're going to give away a ticket to a random patron. So patreon.com/LFODlife. And yeah, I'm going to have Bakari in here in a second. We got some upcoming shows and stuff I want to talk about as well. This Friday, the Thrive Exchange, Disorder presents Thrive-A-Palooza. It's May 10th. That's at Sonia. Doors are at 9. Donald Grunge, Hefe Replay, Pistola, Fabs Above, DJ Lucas, Belly, Disorder, Beats by Els, and there's a surprise guest they're announcing tomorrow. You can find that at Disorder Presents on Instagram. 508 Dose is also throwing a show this weekend on the 11th. Beats, Rhymes, and Gems. Performances by Kanan, Ghost of the Machine, Death Over Simplicity, Danny Phantom, Logan, New Element. That's at the Raven Music Hall in Worcester. Also coming up, couple days, we got Lil Pump and Lil Skies at House of Blues. If You Can Feel It, You Can Speak It at the Milky Way Lounge. That's going to be a good one. If you didn't hear that episode with them, definitely check that out. That's going to be wild. There's a hip-hop open mic Thursday nights in Burlington, Vermont. That's at Drink Bar. We got that Disorder show on the 10th we were talking about. On the 11th, Doing the Most at 169 Norfolk Ave in Boston. That's a surprise show. Also on the 11th, up in Portland, Maine, Styles P, Ed OG, DJ Myth, Ill by Instinct, and more at Oxbow Bottling. We got that Beats, Rhymes, and Gems in Worcester that night. On the 12th, every Sunday night, as usual, Rap Night in Manchester. And then the 13th, we have that Smino, Earth Gang, and Folix show at Paradise Rock Club. Once again, we're going to give away a pair of tickets to a random patron. So patreon.com/LFODlife. Monday of the Minds, Monday night at Flask Lounge in Portland, Maine. There are a bunch of shows this last weekend, too. I was all over the place. I actually chopped it up with Right Hook on Saturday. Shout out to him. First time meeting him. He's got a new album out. It doesn't really sound like anything I've heard before. Although more people are kind of like drifting in that direction, I haven't heard anything too similar to what he's got. We're going to play a record off of that pretty soon here. And then that night, I rolled over to Nightworks, first episode of the new season at their new location, Backlash Beer. Excellent show. Got a chance to chop it up with Stolen Drums, SK, Catman, Good Food. It was a great night. Good Food is a producer / DJ. There was a little bit of confusion there, but shout out to the homie. He's the man. So we actually did quick little interviews with them. Those are all going to be up on the LFOD Life page. We're going to keep the LFOD Radio alive on air interviews on the LFOD Radio pages, but LFOD Life on Instagram, Twitter, etc. Find those. The Stolen Drums one is already up. So yeah, we got a lot going on, but there is a lot going on, so we're just keeping up. I got to kick things off with this Eastside record. It's been stuck in my head for the past 2 weeks. It's crazy. If you didn't catch that Cheese Bankroll Extra Bars, he recreated this live. That's on our IGTV. This is Eastside, produced by Louis Rock. We'll be back with Bakari JB shortly.
I do things the hard way and don't listen much. Doing a buck down the Pickle Parkway with Trony and Bump. Patron in this cup, Zeus smoking the blunt. Acknowledge a phony for what? I'm somewhere in San Antonio, wishing we was somewhere out in Tokyo. Tired of the pump fakes and the okie doke. Half y'all trying to lead a horse to water for the rodeo. Everyone knows you use lies to rise up like Pinocchio. But I'm real, boy, let's get back to that. I'm breathtaking as an asthma attack. Got $1, you get half of that. Only preach it if you practice that. Don't be crying if you ask for that. I'm residing where it's savage at. People dying in my habitat, but Lord knows you can never relate. I smack a hater out his MAGA hat. We the ones that make America great. Africa is where the famine's at. I'm Huey Newton when you do the shooting. I'm a mutant marvel at the Panther Cats. Ask what I love more than the green. Unapologetically, my answer's black.
And we are back, LFOD Radio. We kicked things off with that Cheese Bankroll Eastside. Then we had Behind the Blinds off Modify, the new one from Right Hook. I played the only song that he doesn't rap on, but if you like the singing, you can hear him singing on the hooks to his other ones and also rapping on it. And then we had a couple off the Hoop Hop mixtape, which is out right now, soundcloud.com/hoophop617. You thought it was just a tournament. No, the Hoop Hop mixtape is out now. That last song had Lateb, Artisan, Rael, Daniela, and Priest on it. It's called Check Myself. And before that, Bakari JB, Sunfree, and Andre X with Weatherman. Bakari JB is with us now. What's happening?
Yo. It's good.
Word. We also have Amanda and A-Ball in the building.
Hey.
Yo.
Ding, ding.
Bezo.
That's the word.
You usually, so longtime listeners know that the Hoop Hop champs come on every year after the tournament and celebrate. This is the first time we've had you in ahead of time to actually talk about Hoop Hop.
Is this the first time?
Yeah.
Wow. Impressive. So that means the champs won't be coming through after. No, I'm just kidding.
No. Well, it just means your media run is getting tight.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I see.
I like that compliment.
So that's this is all very true, and this is good. I think as it progresses, I need to get better with certain things. So like we're prepping, you know what I mean, and hopefully promoting it better than we have in the past. But yeah, first of all, shout out to that Eastside record by Cheese. I really was feeling that joint. That's hard body. So obviously shout out to Right Hook too. But yeah, I especially was feeling that Cheese joint.
He was feeling it. That's why he's talking the way he's talking right now.
Yeah, but that's just Cheese's aura, man. That's you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like he got that energy. But that's what's up. I feel like you need that. That it resonates in other parts of like things that he does. So big up to that. Big up to everybody that's out here just getting it, man. Like Cheese is somebody that been there since the beginning. He did the first Hoop Hop, talking about Hoop Hop. So you know what I mean. Like he was there, a participant.
So first Hoop Hop. Mm-hmm. What gave you this idea? Well, first, what is Hoop Hop?
Hoop Hop is our own version of a celebrity all-star game. So DJs, producers, radio personalities, artists, singers, songwriters, managers, whoever. If you're a representative of the music community in some way, shape, or form in the New England region, then you qualify to hoop with us. And you sign up. It's a 1-day tournament. It's 6 different teams. You know what I mean? And we just compete. We pick names out of a hat. We do that in advance, but we pick names out of a hat and form the team so that it's not like me and my boys, we got a team, we gonna put that team in. Nah, it's teams, and you getting picked out of a hat. It's co-ed. You know what I mean? We try to make it as even as possible. So you got, same team. Each team has the same amount of guards, forwards, and ladies on the team. And then with that being said, man, we hoop and we compete against each other, but it's all in fun. And at the end, somebody go home with the trophy. So
yeah, what's that trophy looking like?
I don't know. I gotta talk to Brian to see what it's looking like. Brian's pretty dope. Like, he's been real creative with the trophies over the last couple years. We may go back to something standard. We're still trying to figure out how we're gonna do that. But with that being said, man, like, it's been a lot of fun, and it's continued to grow over the years, and you can just see like people's level of excitement for it continues to rise. So yeah, I'm excited for it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm excited. Yeah, it looked like a big crystal basketball last year, right? And what's the boom
Actually,
box?
it was the boom box was last year. It's like, yeah, that was pretty dope. I don't even have that. I should go take that from whoever has it.
It doesn't rotate?
It should.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, typically what I do is I just say the captains can have it, and then they can do what they want with it, which usually they will pass it around. So there's a couple trophies floating around at this point, but Scope has it. So I'm gonna just run up on Jake and snatch that back. It's like, yo,
Watch out,
give me some free apparel. Scope.
Okay.
They got some really dope.
Shout out to Scope Apparel, of course.
Dope apparel right now.
Yeah, and they're
I bought
about
some
it.
at I was about to say Motivate at
what's that? Vibes?
Vibes and Offerings. I don't even remember the name of my. I do.
Oh, that was that event you used to throw every other Monday.
That was that
at
thing
the Mad Music Mill.
That was that thing that used to go down. Shout out to the Mad Music Mill.
Yeah,
I do a handful of different things.
you're doing a lot. We can relate.
Too much going on.
Shout out to Scope for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So, and how many? This is the 5th year.
6.
6th year.
Mm-hmm.
How many of those years have you won Hoop Hop?
I'm 2 for 5.
Okay.
2 for 5. Yeah, 2 for 5.
Okay.
It's not a bad percentage per se.
I thought you were winning every year.
40% of the time.
40% is good.
Yeah, it's I think it's my last year. Last year I think it was my last year. I'm retiring on top.
Okay.
You know what I'm
Top, he
saying?
said. Reigning champ.
How does the music, how does music combine with basketball other than just the artists like playing basketball or people from the music community?
You just mean in terms of hoop hop per se, like?
Yeah.
So, honestly, this is the first time that we've had actual like music kind of to go behind everything.
Okay.
We're just gonna get man straight out the paint early.
Vigorous
but to be honest, like we hadn't had any like music kind of come from it before. Typically what we do is we'll have multiple DJs that day, you know what I'm saying? Okay. So we'll highlight 4 or 5 DJs even like that day, so they'll each spend maybe for an hour, you know what I mean? And then, a lot of times a lot of Boston music is played. We don't tell the DJs what to play, but if you're on your grind out here, like one of these 5 DJs should have 1 or 2 of your records and be down to spin them because they go hard. So with that being said, like you tend to hear a lot of Boston music at the events anyway. Everybody's a musician in some way, shape, or form, like, or artist of some sort, or promoting an artist. So it's kind of a nice day that we don't have to all like be that, and we can kind of just be something else and just chill and kind of just revel in the fact that like, oh, yo, I never even heard of you, but you're on my team, or like, yo, I seen your name on flyers, but I never. So it was kind of one of those. And so for the 5th year to commemorate that, we threw 2 like large sessions with Andre X, formerly known as KR, and KR basically ran these sessions, these 2 10-hour, 12-hour sessions basically, where artists just floated through. We had like all New England based beats, and they just crafted what became the Hoop Hop mixtape over the course of those 2 different sessions. And then we mixed it. Like, everything was, it was kind of rushed, so, you're not listening to like the most fine-tuned representation of our scene per se, but you're listening to like, yo, this is really dope that cats could come up with this pretty much on the fly, like, and it was dope to kind of commemorate 5 years of hip hop through that. So like, make sure y'all go check out that tape and share it and stuff. There's guaranteed to be somebody you've heard of on that project, so that's pretty dope.
But also, I feel like music just coincides with basketball, period.
In general,
you know what I mean?
Sure.
Like, you hear all the time, like, NBA artists, NBA players, and just sports in general, like, bumping music. Like, that's their workout regimen. That's how they get warmed up. That's how they get pumped up. I think, like, incorporating the two was really, really smart. I had a really quick question regarding hoop hop, and what made you want to turn it into a nonprofit per se? Because it could have just been like an event. This is something that you do every year, et cetera, et cetera. However, you turned it into like a nonprofit organization. So what inspired that?
So actually, to be honest, like, it already had elements of a nonprofit. Firstly, we're not making any profit. So that is probably number one. Since it wasn't making any profit anyway, it made sense to just continue to do what we were doing that was already benefiting the community, you know what I'm saying, and doing those give backs, but also actually be able to receive some funding, because it's really hard to get funding from places if they don't feel like you like are legit. Oh, I'm sending a check to Bakari. True. You know what I mean? Like, okay, like that's cool. Like, if you know me, then you're probably like, okay, yeah, I'm with that. But if you're a corporate, if you're Coca-Cola, you're like, I don't know about that. But, oh, this is a nonprofit. Okay, cool. And we have all the documentation to back that up. So you can get a lot more like sponsorships, which means we can actually do more things for the community and just benefit it in different ways. So it was kind of one of those things that made sense. And then, to be honest, you can actually start to employ people. And I mean, I'm still like learning about how to actually activate a lot of different parts of this, you know what I'm saying? I'm a work in progress, just like everything else, but with that, like, this is status that helps us get to the next level. So
how difficult was that process, period? Did you find any really hard like obstacles or things that may or may not have been such like a roadblock that may have deterred you to say, you know what, this is hard, but I'm gonna keep on pushing? Honestly,
there's roadblocks probably with everything, just as far as like that being a process, but like with everything, there's a list of processes, and we are the roadblock, more or less. Like, I'm starting to learn that. This is my new new zen, right? But it's like, you just start to realize, like, okay, cool, if there's 10 things that need to be done, it's like, what's going on in my life that's going to prevent me from getting all 10 of these things done? And that's really all that really is. Because I realized that a lot of times it was me that was the hold up. Like, okay, boom, somebody sent me a letter and I lost it in the shuffle because I had too much going on, and then I had to either get it resent or did I miss that email, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, because there's processes, and like, if you do those things, you'll have a nonprofit. If you do these things right, you'll have success, right? You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times, to be honest, it's either me or, you know, following up with the team, or just making sure that something goes right. Also, I have a team of people at this point that help me accomplish things, so I'm not just like one man band on this as far as hip hop is concerned. So, like, you know, big shout out to Yemi and Brian and Cachet, and Al Copeland was very instrumental in getting this done as well. So, you know, shout out to everybody that's helped throughout hip hop over the years, and like, at this point now, it's like it's at a place where we can do really, really dope things, you know what I'm saying? Because people have seen what we kind of built from nothing, and people are like, oh, the YMCA can step in at the perfect time when we stop being allowed to do it outside. And I'm like, okay, what am I gonna even do? Are we gonna have a tournament this year? In the waning moments for the buzzer beater, they're like, oh, you can come through the Y and do it. And it's like, okay, now this is like a safe space. It's indoors. I don't have to worry about if it rains or anything like that. Like, it's a beautiful thing. So
I also think the location is ideal, to be honest, because it's right in Roxbury.
Yeah, it's right down the street from where it was, like literally minutes.
Right. I think that's essential for community members to be able to be involved. You mentioned a team. If somebody wanted to join said team, are you open to having people like just help you out or jump in, regardless what it is?
Yeah, A, always looking for volunteers. B, always looking for committed members. And at this point, like, of the nonprofit, I'm not actually at a point where I'm able to actually really employ. I mean, I said we can employ, but they don't get paid. You know what I'm saying?
Transparency at its best.
Transparency at its finest. Right? I'm not
you don't get paid
dreams
either. So.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, well, no, I'm just playing. I don't get paid. But with that being said, like, again, build it and it will come, right? We can get to a point where this makes sense for people to be employed here. Like, I think that's a very realistic thing. So, you know, anybody that's interested in working in a nonprofit, or you worked in nonprofit, or, you know, you think this is pretty cool and you want to see what's up, cool. I'm always down for whatever help I can get, and then I weed out who's really real from those who are just like trying to see what's up, and you know, and then we go from there.
And how would they do that? Would they contact you, or would they go through the website?
They could do either. They could either send an email to hoophop617@gmail.com. Our website is hoophop617.com. Everything is hoophop617. All social media. So, you know, you can send a DM, you can shoot an email, you could hit me up offline or in person, or if you know anybody that knows about Hoop Hop, you know, you could. It's pretty easy. The degrees of separation as far as like getting to me if you have some interest, and then from there, you know what I mean. Like, I always, you know, I vet that and make sure that the interest is real, and then we go from there.
I've noticed you don't incorporate like performances every single year. Like would you do like a halftime show type of thing, or is it just to like highlight the DJs and let them rock out?
No, we always do something for the half. We just don't necessarily do music performances. Like, so we did that the first year, and the feedback from a bunch of the rappers, ironically, was just like, "Yo, we shouldn't even do that." And I was just like, "Yo, you know what's funny? Y'all are right. Let's take that music." That's why a lot of it was like taking the music portion almost out of it. So we try to do stuff that highlights kids. Like, yo, we'll do something based around dance. You know what I'm saying? Like, or based around. We had Philly, you can speak it. We had spoken word flash mob one time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we'll just do something that's kind of just different. That's not based solely around like, yo, a rapper. Because now it's like, yo, there's 60 rappers here, and it's like, oh, we picked. Guess for halftime we got Bakari. It's like, right. Oh, of course you do. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, so we just remove that from the thing completely, so that we can highlight. We aim to try to do some stuff with youth involved, or just something cool like Chopper the Beatboxer one time. You know what I mean? Like, these are just different things that it's cool. You don't necessarily see it every day, but like it's entertaining. Always, every year.
It's nice to have the day off too.
Yeah,
for the rappers,
right?
You know? Like,
yeah. But they always try. Like, everybody always hits us up, and I don't want to say try like it's a bad thing. Like, but like every year somebody's always like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I got a couple songs I could do, and I'm just like, nah. That's nah.
But you give back other ways. I want to play another one off the record. What do you want to play? What's your favorite one out of these cleans?
Amanda, do you have a favorite?
You already know.
I'm totally gonna say No Reply, just because, like, you know, I'm on the track.
No Reply.
This was actually, I'm really grateful for Bakari, because this was my first time ever recording a piece over anything ever in a studio. So I was really excited, and I wasn't even intended to do it. It was just on the fly, honestly. And it was literally in 20 minutes, as he was saying. Like, the intervals of us writing were in 20 minutes.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so it challenged me, so thank you.
We're going to play that. The only thing is, because of the way Bakari named the songs,
it's No Reply.
That I can't see the name. It's the clean, and then it's all the list of people who's on it. Who else is on it?
It's Battle X.
Andre X did
Andre
that.
X.
So, hold on.
Is G-Darsh on it?
No.
I only can see the first two artists on every track.
Elijah Starr's on it.
Okay. Is it Elijah Starr?
Yes.
Okay. There's only one with him on it.
Battle Axe, Fresh, Anson.
Wait for it.
Is this it? Yep, I got it. We're going to turn it.
I just named like everybody on the track.
So this is a good teachable moment. When you send in records to radio, if you send it on Google Drive, It does not let you see the full title. It just says the first few words. So,
And where can you submit your
submissions
songs?
at LFODradio.com. Shout out to Bakari for sending us a whole link, though, with mad records to choose from.
And they're all clean.
This is No Reply, Elijah Starr, Anson Raps. Amanda Shea's not in the title either.
I didn't.
Could you put her in there?
No, I actually am on SoundCloud though.
She's
Okay.
on, thank you. Listen, you see how
I know how this works. Look,
you
we're all
see how he
friends
tried to
here.
throw
I
me?
see what's happening.
He
I
saw
got
the
your
bus
back.
coming and he
I
was
got
like,
you. I got you.
You also want to title your track so that the DJs
All right.
can give
I
everyone
got you.
proper
Okay.
credit. She's on SoundCloud, though. You're tuned
Okay.
in. Live Free or Die Radio. We're back. Live Free or Die Radio. That was the brand new one from Amanda Shea, Elijah Starr, and Anson Raps. No Reply off the Hoop Hop
And Battle
Fresh.
mixtape.
And Battle Axe.
Battle Axe.
And Battle Axe.
Fresh money.
And Fresh Money.
A lot of people not listed in the title. They're on SoundCloud, though.
Blame Andre X.
Yeah.
It's all on SoundCloud, though, correctly. I did it myself.
Good
Yes.
job, Bakari.
Woo!
Shout out Andre X though. That was a crazy project. Like
Yeah,
he did
he
that.
put in a lot of work for a little bit of money.
So, Bezo, for people who haven't been to the Hoop Hop, though,
Yes.
what is this like?
It is the time of your life. Never felt this way before.
Hey.
Yeah, it's honestly it's a lot of fun. Either to participate in or to be a spectator of is really a lot of fun because everybody thinks they can ball and barely any of us can, but the ones that can ball can actually like really ball, and sometimes you're kind of surprised at who those people are, and it's just like, oh wow, Champ Chuck, you really got some range, you been shooting these threes out here, huh? Like, so it's not to pick on Champ Chuck. Shout out to Champ Chuck. A little bit of shade. Nah, Champ Chuck, that's my man. I ain't seen him in a long time, but I owe him. Told him I was supposed to dunk on him, so I don't know. That's got to happen at some point, but it's getting less and less likely as the older I get.
That would surprise me.
Once or twice.
Yeah,
I could dunk if no one's in the gym. There's a trampoline.
Got you.
Get it done. But yeah, man, like it's a lot of fun, to be honest, and it's such a good kind of building moment where cats get a chance to like see each other in a different light, and then they're like, okay, like, yo, somebody I might not have ever necessarily really crossed paths with or paid attention to, like at a show. Some people end up on the same bill with each other all the time, but you know, you go on at 8 and this person go on at 10, and y'all might not even be in the building at the same time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, this is a good kind of moment for people to, you know, just build, see what they got in common. And
it's important for people to have spaces where they can link up in, and
yeah,
you know,
outside of being an actual, you know, artist. So
in a venue at 11 p.m., you know, walking by each other.
Right. When you know you got to perform in your artist mode and all of that.
Artist mode is real. So who's been the most surprising talent?
I mean, I probably just got to speak for self because I don't know. Like, honestly, excuse me, I'll say the most surprising was Knuckles, because like
but he balls. He puts up the practice videos and everything.
Bruh, that's what I'm saying. Like, because there's some people who can ball better than I thought they can ball, but like, not that I didn't think Knuckles could ball, but Knuckles is like really, really, really good. Like, Ian Thomas is really, really good, but that's my man. I knew he was good.
Yeah.
Chris Brook was good, but I knew he was good. These are people I played ball with back in the day. Like, I didn't know Knuckles until, you know, probably around the year that I even started doing hoop hop. And it's just funny because NBS, Natural Born Spitters, which is him,
Flash and
Knuckles, they were on tour the first 2 years when I did the tournament, so they weren't even available to make it. But when they found out about it through other people, they were like very vocal, like about, yo, how y'all gonna have a tournament without us? And talking mad trash. And I'm like, yo, they're talking so much trash, but I'm like, everybody's allowed to play. I'm like, yo, it's free. I'm like, there's nothing stopping them from playing. And like, there's a couple other people that were talking trash, but like, they weren't really that good. So it was like, it happens. But when Nux actually showed up, it was like, yo, he's mad nice. Like, he's like way nicer than, because at that point I just didn't really expect him to be that good, but like, he was really, really nice. So I don't know that I actually ever played against him in a tournament, because it's like one game elimination, so to speak. So I don't think we ever like cross paths like that. That would be a dope challenge, but too bad I retired.
Yeah, too bad. So, but that being said, if people do want to sign up, it's hoophop.splashthat.com.
Yep, splash that like you're shooting it through.
Hoophop.splashthat.com.
Yep.
Because you always have people that want to get on that miss the boat, right?
So it was free in the past, but now obviously since we need funds to run the tournament and so on and so forth, it's $20, you know what I'm saying, which honestly is nothing. That's a drop in the hat. Most people donate that at some point during the course of the draft party or the actual event or whatever anyway. So if you're interested in playing, obviously it's $20, still gonna be super fun. It's free to come still. It's still a free event, still taking place at the Y, August 17th. And yeah, there's still room for artists to sign up. There's a good amount of slots left. Slots are limited though, so we obviously suggest that artists get on there quickly. You can access the site from anywhere. There's our main site is hoophop617.com. So if you go there and you're on the desktop, it definitely has like the register button in the top right corner. You can click on that. You can register from there. Or if you're on a mobile device, you can just go to hoophop.splashthat.com and you can register there. And it should be open probably for another like week or so as far as like signups go, and then we'll close signups because we got to get ready for the actual draft, which will happen probably a little after a month or so about 5 weeks from now. So again, man, just letting everybody know like it's a really good time, like it's awesome, and we always find a way to give something back to the community. So I think like in all we've recently talked about it, like that's kind of what we've left out a little bit, but like we always have like a resource fair where different tables can come out and let the community know about what's going on. A lot of us artists are older, we have some kids, you know what I'm saying, like, and it's good to be able to point people in the right directions for certain things that they may need, and give people more information about what's going on in the community and provide something for the kids. Like we've been giving backpacks away for the last few years, so we're gonna try to keep that going this year. So if people have resources that they want to help us disseminate to the community as well through Hoop Hop, like, or connections that they have, please feel free to let us know, especially on that note, because we can make all that work as well.
Yeah, at Hoop Hop 617 everywhere.
Yep.
Or what, hoophop617@gmail.com if they want to get right at you.
Yep. If they want to get direct, that works too.
Yeah, and that's August 17th.
August 17th is the actual date of the tournament, 12 p.m.
Do you have any sponsors, anything like that you want to shout out ahead of time?
The same thing, because I was going to say you have a lot of help with making the specialty jerseys and things like that for the teams. Like, who helps you with that?
No. To be honest, like I think I'm gonna change the jersey format. And what I'm gonna do is, if cats still wanna, if cats would like to, be present and have a jersey like for their teams, that's cool. But we're gonna just do the jerseys ourselves, so they can send the logo, and then they'll pay the cost of the jerseys, and that will be their actual sponsorship, their contribution, which is obviously, it works both ways, right? You get a chance to promote your brand along with Hoop Hop, you know what I'm saying? So that's a format that we're gonna do going forward, and so that way we can open it up to other cats. Because before we just did it like if you had a store, like then we allowed you to, so it was like Mass Apparel, it was Laced, and they could have their own teams, and like we kind of didn't really let just some brands that are out here do their thing. And now that we've done that for a few years, like that's cool, but like we can also open it up to other brands. So let's say like if Toasted Chef was like, yo, we want to have a team, then cool, like, yo, you know what, like we can open that up, and it doesn't have to be just limited to, it's a little tough too, because like I said, a lot of the game is like favoritism versus like open it up too broad for people in a way where it's like, all right, like how are you guys choose? At one point we had 4 teams, so it was like, well, how are you guys gonna choose? So for me, it was actually easier to be like, well, if you have a store, it makes sense to do it like this, you know what I mean? And then, there was always a rotating store who was like, yo, we can't do it this year, and it was like, cool, because then we would find another store, and they were all involved in hip hop in some way. Kush Groove was in there at one point.
Yeah, so do you have any sponsors you want to shout out, or is there, if people want to sponsor, how do they get involved?
If they want to sponsor, once again, they can go right to Hoop Hop 617 on any of the social media. Again, reach out, and we'll get back to you, and we'll let you know what the pricing is going to look like for the jerseys. And then if you're down to do that, then you're down to do it. If not, then not. But also, we'll be promoting, just out there for people to hit us up if they're interested in doing so. And obviously, I'm going to reach back out to the older sponsors and see what they want to do. But big shout out to all the sponsors from the past, and big shout out to Mayan. Mayan was one of the first cats to hold us down.
Yeah, cultures.
You know what I mean? Obviously, Mass Apparel. And Laced, and it's just everybody that's just been there for a while. So
Stay True. There's been a lot of people in the mix.
Stay True.
Sure.
LFOD has been there from the beginning. LFOD was the reason why the first one even happened. There would have been no Hoop Hop if it wasn't for LFOD. So.
Maybe.
I have one more last,
which we really gotta get out of
question. And of course, I just forgot it because he was saying, "Hurry up." No, I get it. As far I understand, right now, you're saying you're looking for funds and things like that. Would it be something that Hoop Hop will do in the future, as far as being at a BAMS Fest and having a vendor table or something, just so throughout the year that people are constantly reminded of the fact that this happens, even though it's once a year, it's still in the summertime. It's a good way of promotion. Have you guys considered doing that?
Didn't think about, shout out to BAMS Fest, because they are also going to be somebody that's helping out. And if y'all need to check out BAMS Fest if you haven't
shout out
been
BAMS
to the last
Fest,
one.
Cat Morris, everybody on the team.
Absolutely. But that's something good, and that's something that we do need to think about. So I think we will do more things like that, and we want to do more programming things throughout the year. Yemi has finance background. We want to do something, maybe a week of, Yemi doing financial literacy with the youth,
some kind of youth workshops. Yes.
Yeah, Ryan does art and things like that, so we can do something with art. I do music. I could do something with music throughout the year to kind of spread it out. Be respectful of the fact that we all have a lot of stuff to do, but we can, pick our spots quarterly even and do a little thing here and there. So I think we will make our presence felt throughout the year. That's the plan.
That'd be really cool, man. Keep us in the loop.
Absolutely.
Tag us.
Likewise.
Thanks for coming through, man.
Of course. Thank you guys.
Looking forward to your extra bars coming up.
Oh, I was supposed to have extra bars?
Surprise.
You watch this show.
Right.
This show.
Bars, rap. It's been a while.
Yeah. So anyway, this is going to be online tomorrow. iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, everything like that, wherever you could get a podcast, and at LFODradio.com. Those extra bars will be up too. #extra bars. You can get at us at LFOD Radio with an underscore on Twitter, LFOD Radio. Everywhere else, big shout out to Jeff. It's his birthday Friday. He's always tuned in. Happy
Appreciate
birthday,
you,
buddy.
Jeff.
And once again, we're giving away those tickets to Smino Earth Gang Folix. So patreon.com/LFOD Life. We're picking a random patron this week. Already gave away a pair on Twitter and things like that. Shout out to Brandy Blaze. She won a pair a couple weeks ago.
Yes, I'm going.
And so hit up Brandy Blaze if you know her. Try to get that +1.
You better stop.
And
I'm already there.
So
it's too late.
Like I said, this will be up tomorrow. We're gonna be out of here with this. Oh yeah, and we'll see you Friday night at that Thrive show. Maybe we'll see you up in Portland at Styles P. Maybe we'll see you at one of those other dope shows. That list is all up at LFOD Radio. We got the upcoming shows calendar. We listed a bunch of them, doing the most, etc., etc. We're getting out of here with the Andre X.
Time for one more question?
Nope,
possibly?
absolutely not. We're getting out of here with Andre X and G-Darsh. Turn up, live free or die.